Hey everyone, Reborn 8 here with R8 Gaming with another driver side chat. This afternoon I'm going to talk about a fan favorite, hacking. So, you might be asking me, why is he talking about hacking? Well, I'm going to talk about hacking because it is a part of modern day gaming. It's a part, or was a part of yesterday's gaming, and it will be a part of next day or future gaming. Hacking, pretty much what it is, it's exploiting something with the game. It's finding a weakness in the game somehow, whether it's with the programming or using some device to manipulate the game in a way that pretty much gives you an unfair advantage. Now, I don't know about you, but I have been in many games where I either see in the chat box or hear people verbally yelling out about somebody hacking. Now, hack can be pretty much anything. It could be a hack that allows somebody to be, not get hurt for a while, not get hurt at all, get experience quicker, abnormally quick, so they don't really have to grind or do what other people have to do to get experience, or allow them to maneuver in ways that the normal player can't. Now, like with an FPS shooter, there's things called like wall hacking, getting close to a wall, or it's pretty much trying to find an opening somewhere in the programming in a wall where you're shooting through the wall, or exploiting something within the physical limits of the game, the electronic boundaries within the game. So sometimes you see a rifle or something sticking out through something and you don't see the person there, oh, somebody's wall hacking. They're yelling at you and everything else, and somebody's saying that they're exploiting something. Now certain games allow you to use macros. Don't really consider that hacking, but it could be in a way. I remember back in the day there was a lot of macros for Star Wars Galaxies that people would use. AFK, away from keyboard macros, where they'd be getting experience. So you put your macro on and you wake up in the morning and boom, you got all the experience you need doing whatever you were doing. In that case, in the beginning it was surveying in Star Wars Galaxies. But hacking in itself is if it's an exploit like that's, first of all, not permitted within the game, normally, it can be very disruptive to a game, especially games that have economies and money economies. So, there's been hacks or whatever in World of Warcraft where people say, oh, because of the hacks, the monetary system within the game, when you disrupt the economy within games like that, it can be very damaging, for the player who's not exploiting things like that, and they're working, their ass off to get experience and to buy things, to have somebody come in and, disrupt things by putting gold in or getting gold a certain way, and, it's just not right. Can't really say it much better than that, but it's just not right. Now, if you do think somebody is hacking or exploiting in a game, there's a couple of things you can do. If you have a screen recorder, you can start recording whatever this person's doing and then try to send it off to the game, probably in the forums, and there's always ways to try to connect with the game makers, to let them know, hey, this guy's doing this, to try to get some disciplinary action against whoever's doing the hacking. But for the most part, a lot of times that might fail, depending on how big the game is and what the exploit is and how severe it is. I think a lot of game companies probably look at hacking as what's the severity of it? What's it actually is it really disrupting the game that much? Should we go after this person? Can it be verified? I know in a lot of games, if somebody's using like obscene language and you send a screenshot of the chat, that's good enough proof for them to know that, okay, this person actually did this, and disciplinary action can be put against you. That happened to me a couple of times in Star Wars Galaxies, where my character, we got a little heated, a little excited about something, and said the wrong things in the chat to somebody, and boom, my character got suspended for a week or so. It's gonna happen. But blatant hacking, where it's disrupting the gameplay, can be highly frustrating. And we've all dealt with it. We've all dealt with somebody who was hacking. If you're a gamer, you've dealt with somebody hacking. And it's either, you allow it to go on, or sometimes you just leave the area. I know with FPS games, if somebody's on a certain map doing it, you can leave and go to a different map where that person's not affecting the gameplay as much. Because you want to, if you're what I call a pure gamer will not hack, does not need to hack, gets their experience and levels their character in ways that the game was made for you to level. So to me, I think it really takes the fun out of the game too. I mean, if you're having to hack, if you're having to do things like that to get the advantage, it takes the fun out of it. First of all, you're not really being competitive, and really you just, because of what you're doing, I really don't understand it myself. If somebody can explain to me why really people hack, and maybe because you can. Some people have that attitude as well too. Yeah, because I can. But to me, it really takes the fun out of a game when you're it's like you're cheating. It's like the whole thing, the difference between somebody who's given $1,000 and the person who earns $1,000. Who really understands the money more? Who's going to value it more? So when you're in a game and you're working your ass off to get to the higher level, to work your character up through the proper channels and progressing your character, you have something with that character. You've built something, and that character becomes, I think, more a part of you as the gamer. I remember during Star Wars Galaxies, people would get to the point where people would buy Jedis. Real money, like $1,000, buy a Jedi, and you think, and you could tell like these people really didn't have experience, because if you don't know how to use a high level character, it shows in game. It'll show in game. But if you progress with your character and learn how to use that character, and you've been practicing and you understand it, you have more fun. It's more enjoyable. It's better to earn stuff, people. It really is. Whether it's gaming or whatever, earn it the right way. But hackers are out there. Beware. Understand that's just part of gaming, and you got to deal with it. If you've had experience with hackers, or any advice for people who have been hacked, or in games, write a comment. Ask a question, because we're living in a world now where things get hacked and games get hacked as well. So it's one of those things we got to deal with, and we will, because it's life, it's gaming. But it's how you deal with it, how you deal with the threat, how you deal with the problem, your attitude. Don't become a hacker. Become a pure gamer. That's pretty much it for today's driver's side chat. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Reborn 8 with R8 Gaming, and as always, game on, my brothers and sisters. Game on.